So the Washington Commanders have an interesting next 2 weeks. As starting this Sunday, they have an opportunity to get closer to another playoff berth. In fact, with the win versus the Eagles this Sunday, I believe that they can clinch a playoff berth. Then after that, they're facing the Atlanta Falcons. But instead of facing an old friend Kirk Cousins, they're now facing Michael Penix. Let's talk about it.
How I feel? Black. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders live stream. Wanted to come on here to chop it up with you guys for a cool 25-30 minutes, if that's cool with you. Is that cool with you on this Tuesday night? All right, let's get it. So first things first, okay? I wanted to come on to break down some Washington Commanders playoff scenarios for you guys. But after getting the news that we just got, I know we got the Philadelphia Eagles this week, but I could not help but have to mention the news that we just got about Michael Penix. So instead of the Washington Commanders facing Kirk Cousins, they now will be getting their shot at Michael Penix. And I don't know how to feel about this. In fact, my special guest is here with me, my man Pro Tech. Let me go ahead and bring him on. Yo.
Yeah, what's good, my boy?
What's up, bro? Appreciate you for coming on. We're just going to be up here for about 20-30 minutes. And originally, the plan that I had to talk about was really just us and just playoff scenarios and how Washington could get in. But now we got some other stuff to talk about in regards to past Philly, and that is the Atlanta Falcons. Well, first things, if you don't know, which I'm pretty sure you do by now, they flexed us to Sunday Night Football, so that was already big in itself. But then just about 20 minutes ago, we get a notification that they are starting Michael Penix, and this is something that Atlanta Falcons fans has been asking for I would say close to a month now with how poor Kirk Cousins has been playing. Now, Tone, that you're here, I'm going to let you give your opinion on it first because I really don't know how I feel about it. Does this affect the Washington Commanders in a positive way because they're getting their crack at a rookie quarterback that's only going to have one start under his belt at the time, or a negative way because Michael Penix, we don't know what he is, and he can come in and light it up?
I don't expect this at all. Beat Philly. I all this Atlanta. Why are we focusing on Atlanta Falcons? The next fight is the most important fight than the ones in front of us. The Philadelphia Eagles. Why are we talking about the Falcons right now? Why? Beat Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, and none of this matters. None of it matters. None of it. I don't care who starts. If his name ain't Jesus Christ, I don't care. I don't care. Beat the Eagles. If you want to take care of Michael Penix and the Falcons, have fun. I don't think that affects us at all. Beat Philadelphia. None of this matters. None of it matters. You beat Philadelphia.
Exactly.
None of this matters. You get the 10 wins, and you're going to get it. Because you're not going to lose to the Falcons. Who's better, the Eagles or the Falcons? You beat the Eagles, you're not going to lose to the Falcons. I don't care who starts. And Michael Penix, I think it helps us. I think it's beneficial. Because I know Kirk Cousins was playing terrible, but Kirk's a vet. Kirk was going to eventually get together. I don't know why they benched him. I think it's foolish. That Falcons offensive line is not playing well right now in pass protection. They're not giving Kirk time. And Michael Penix has an injury history. Why are you throwing him out there right now in a playoff push? This is stupid. They're going to regret this. They're going to hurt their first round pick before you get to even see the field for real. Raheem Morris is an idiot. Sorry. I'm sorry. Falcons fans, you're clamoring for Michael Penix, and you're gonna have an injury before you know it. And you're like, oh man, why we put him out there? Let's get Kirk out there. Let's get Kirk. The same Kirk Cousins who threw for 500 yards on freaking Thursday Night Football versus the Bucks and threw freaking 4 touchdown passes. I know he ain't been playing well lately. I get it, but This ain't the time to be trying to switch it up now. You're too far in. What are you trying to switch it up down for? The Commanders are looking like Michael Penix like food. He's a rookie. It's food. Whatever. Falcons fans, enjoy your new starting quarterback. You won't enjoy him for long.
Yeah. Now, we're going to talk about the Eagles game because honestly, like I said in my video earlier, I was more so worried about the Eagles game because if you win this Sunday, you playing with house money against the Falcons because I was looking at some playoff scenarios and we'll get there in a second. But back to just this Falcons thing, since again, apparently this is the most important game. I mean, I get it because they flexed it to Sunday night, so it was already a topic to talk about. But then now you add this in here, you can't help but talk about it. But it'd be different if they were going to if it was flipped around. They started Michael Penix, he struggled, and then they're at this point, and then you're going to Kirk Cousins, a veteran guy that can give you some type of spark. But a guy it also would be different if Michael Penix already got some burn in the regular season. This is literally his first action, and you're expecting him to come in here and give you a spark / lead you to victories this late in the season against teams that are going to be trying to play for the playoffs. I mean, obviously, I ain't gonna lie to you, Tone. I think the Giants could win this Sunday. Like, I know they probably don't want to, and Giants fans don't want to hear that. But how effective do you think Michael Penix can be in his first ever start against a Giants team that is very capable of getting after the quarterback? So now that I think about it, I agree with you, man. I think this hurts the Falcons right now. Especially in the playoff push.
I get you looking for a spark. I get that. I understand what they're trying to do, but this ain't the way to do it. This ain't the way to do it. If you know it's Kirk Cousins, I got zipped on his passes. Make the short passing game switch to the run game. Have slants, have screens. Get the ball of his hands quick. Do that, but don't bench him for Michael Penix. You're asking for trouble. Because first of all, you got to switch your tackles around. He's left-hand quarterback. So now his right side is the blind side. So now you got to switch tackles around. So that throws up the offensive line continuity a lot. And it's not playing well already. Secondly, it's going to be his first team reps he's getting all season. These are the first team reps he's probably getting all year long. I get it's the Giants. I get it. But don't let the Giants catch fire and get to the quarterback and you lose this Sunday. Because now then we scream while we bench Kirkman.
Yeah.
This wasn't a good decision. This wasn't smart. Hey, man.
I think
it's a bad idea. I don't like it.
We're not going to spend all our stream talking about it, but it is important. You do have to bring it up again because you play these guys next weekend. Given what this Sunday could mean, that could be our season. Like, in my opinion, I think we're going to beat Philly. I think Philly is the forefront focus right now, and I think we have what it takes to beat Philly, especially. I don't know what the situation is, but I'm hearing A.J. Brown and dealing with the ankle, Saquon Barkley dealing with a hip. I fully expect those guys to still play, and I think Dallas Goedert is still on injury reserve. So I fully expect those guys to play, and I expect it to be a dogfight. So my focus is solely on the Eagles. Don't get me wrong when I say this. However, given what could possibly be the outcome, you could possibly lose that game Sunday, and now that Falcons game is your season. So that's why we have to talk about it, is because it's possibility that could be for your season. And if I'm Raheem Morris, I do not make that move right now. You're too deep into a playoff. It'd be different if your team was trash, which they are. Like, they are. I'm not going to get me wrong. But they're in the NFC South where they're able to still make the playoffs. And I'm not making that switch to a guy that hasn't played all season long. Again, yeah, Kirk Cousins has not been playing well. Probably the worst ball I've seen Kirk Cousins play. But you got a 1,000-yard back in Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier that's capable of not carrying the team, but at least taking some load off of his shoulders. I feel like that team offensively is too talented to be where they are. And you think a rookie quarterback in Michael Penix can come and smooth over that operation this late into the season? It's gonna be interesting, man. But I think Washington set up pretty good. I think they're pretty good setup now with the win over Philly. But say we don't get it done versus Philly, I think there's no question at home, back-to-back home games, the last home game of the season. You gotta beat the Falcons. But all right, enough of those guys. We'll get to them next week. More onto the playoff breakdown and scenario, because there are like 5 different ways Washington could get into the postseason this season or this week, and I think the likely one is the one that I think is going to happen the most, and that is to simply just beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Literally. Let me know if I'm wrong, Tone. I don't know if you've seen some other stuff, but I thought it said last week.
I think it's beat Philadelphia and either the Rams lose or something, and the Rams have to lose the game, have to lose their game or something like that. I think it's a Rams and Falcons loss with us winning.
I thought
at that point you're 3 games up and you are a clinch.
Okay, so it's not just flat out Washington beat. Okay, I thought it was.
We're only 1 game separate each other right now. So if we win, the Rams win, there's still only 1 game behind us.
Okay,
I thought the Rams lost and a victory for us, we clinch.
Interesting. I thought this whole time I saw something like Washington.
Now winning essentially gives you a spot. Because at that point you have 10 wins, and no one else has 10 wins. That's behind us. So it essentially gives you a spot, but you're not clinching a spot. That makes sense. You're pretty much in, but you're not in. You're almost in, pretty much. You're pretty much a shoe in there if you win. Like you're winning you're clinching without clinching. Like you're pretty much in, but you're not fully in yet. I don't think we lose another game anyway, so I really don't give a crap. But
yeah,
yeah.
I don't think we're missing. I don't think we're losing another game either. But it's very
70 chip. That's a good question. I don't think we can now.
70 chip. Anyway, we get to 60. With that Green Bay Packers win, I don't think so. I think Seattle had to do what they did. Seattle had to win. Because I don't think Green Bay. I think Green Bay still has Detroit on their schedule, or I think Minnesota.
They have Minnesota. No, they do. I think no, they have Minnesota.
Let me actually pull that up. But
they're the Vikings.
They're 10-4. We're 9-5. We would have to have them lose 2 of their last 3, and I don't see that happening.
Yeah. We have to win out. They have to lose 1, but even then, they still have a better conference record than us, so we would be able to get.
Yeah, they got the Saints, Bears, and Saints, Vikings, and Bears. I mean, that Bear. I would say that Bears game could be tough, but I highly doubt it. At this point, they're still a bit.
The boys packed it in.
So we ain't get to 60. It's looking like people not forgetting, but at this point, with how banged up Detroit is, they were my Super Bowl pick, and I think they still may get it done. But we could look up, and Detroit could be the 5th seed, and Minnesota could end up getting that 2nd or 1st seed. And honestly, I would.
I truly think the Eagles went the 1 seed now. I hate to say that, but I think they went the 1 seed now. Now we beat them. That's different. That's why I want to beat them. I don't want them to get the 1 seed, and on top of that, I want people just have my playoff spot already clinched. So I'd rather beat the Eagles this week and just try to take care of them. And they'll be 12 and they'll be 11-3 at that point. 11-3. Mm-hmm. And if Detroit finds a way to win, they'll have the 1 seed clinched. So that'll be huge. Actually, the Minnesota Vikings will be right there with them too. So
I mean, if I'm being honest,
I'm gonna be interested, man. If Minnesota get it, I'm cool with it. Anyone but Philly. I don't want Philly get it.
If I'm being honest, I might want Philly to get the 1 seed because
Detroit.
Nah, if Detroit, I'm not gonna say Detroit's gonna lose the division because I don't think they are. But with how banged up they are, man, and how hot Minnesota's playing, it took me to last week to finally just say, all right, Juan, you gotta believe in the Vikings. Like I've been waiting on.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, they got Sam Darnold. Believe
yeah, like I'm just waiting.
Sam Darnold.
I'm waiting for the Sam Darnold experience to just blow up, and I'm just like, man, it's legit, Juan. Like somebody this offseason is going to give Sam Darnold a truckload of money for his performance, and they're very capable of getting that division now all of a sudden. And if I could have how I think it's gonna play, I think Detroit's gonna end up winning it, and we're gonna play Philly again for the third time. But if I could have it the way I want it, honestly, I want Philly. It's then again because I don't want Philly having home for the bench throughout the whole playoffs. But if I could have it the way that I
Honestly,
think
I'd rather
best,
have Minnesota had the 1 seed. At least they play in the dome.
yeah. But if I had, if I
I'd rather Minnesota have it if anyone else had it. If it's not Detroit.
if I would have it the way I feel like Washington, kind of not easier path because none of it's easy, but if they could have a path to get to the playoff, I mean to the NFC Championship or anything like that, I would have Philly get the 1 seed, Minnesota win the North, get the 2 seed, and then Detroit gets the 5th seed. Because I think we can beat Minnesota round 1. I don't think we can beat Detroit round 1, and that
I
Philly
think about how
game.
banged up they are. I played it the most vulnerable. I
So?
played it the most vulnerable because I know offensively they have almost all their weapons outside David Montgomery, but defensively they are so banged up. They're so banged up.
Carlton Davis is
And they have nobody check Terry. Nobody. They have nobody to check Terry McLaurin. Terrion Arnold can't even sniff his jockstrap. It's gonna be ugly. He might have 10 for 150, 2 tubs.
so you like that matchup with Detroit?
I like the Lions matchup, and Jared Goff can be had. He threw 5 picks in the game this season. We've seen Jared Goff throw 5 picks in a game. He do it against us. Raps. You're Frappinell. Enjoy. I think we could beat Detroit now. How banged up they are.
Yeah, they are missing their whole defense for Carlton Davis, Azzaloni,
Liam McNeil, no
just
Aiden
Hutchinson.
Nothing.
I feel like there's Kirby Joseph's still.
Kirby Joseph's the only starter still healthy, I think. Interior Arnold. That's it. They are banged up on defense. Like, it's bad. It's bad. And I don't think we'll get nobody back before wild card weekend. They need that 1 seed. They need that extra week. They don't get nobody back before wild card weekend.
I feel you.
Vulnerable.
I think I'm with Burnell right here, man. I would prefer Minnesota. I just
Man, F that. Y'all is tweaking. I don't want to play against Justin Jefferson. No. I know Marshall's a dog. I get it. It is JJ. He hits different.
It's Marshall.
I'm around St. Brown. Ain't no JJ. He hit different.
It's Marshall.
Tim Patrick or Jameson Williams, not Jordan Addison. They hit different. Respectfully.
All those.
No. I will say Aaron Jones ain't Jahmyr Gibbs. So I'll give you that one. And TJ Hawkins is better than Sam Laporte than me, too. So if you talk just Sam Darnold, I get it. But what's around Sam Darnold is scary. And their offensive line is playing as well as Detroit. So, and their defense actually helped.
I mean, and then Detroit.
I don't play Minnesota. And Brian Flores know how to exploit young quarterbacks. I'm good. I'd rather do it.
And Detroit did just lose David Montgomery too. I mean, the thing that scares me the most about Detroit is that they have the playoff pedigree. Went to the NFC Championship last year.
That's true. And Minnesota don't have that. I feel that.
You know, I say I believe in Minnesota, but then on the other hand, I say I think we could beat them. Man, it's gonna be tough either way you look at it. That's why it sucks getting the 7th seed. Why the hell did we have to lose to the freaking Cowboys? We beat the Cowboys. We're not even having this discussion right now. We're still in the place, but we put ourselves in this predicament to where we're gonna have to either face Philly, Minnesota, or Detroit. And none of it's gonna be easy. But I mean, if I had
none of them will be easy. But the easiest game will be Detroit. Because Philly knows us. All right. They know they know what we want to do. And playing a team 3 times a season is scary. I don't care how you look at it.
Yeah.
If we beat them the second time, the third time might hit different. Because they have 2 games of film on Jaden Daniels with us playing against him. Us playing against them. So they can exploit any weaknesses he might have, which is going to be a problem. So I'd rather stay away from Philadelphia as far as possible. As much as possible. I don't want to play Philly a third time. As much as possible. Minnesota, I think they have so much offensive firepower. They're going to be a problem because they have so much offensive firepower and their defense is fully healthy. And then with Detroit, their offense is pretty much intact. So I am scared of their offense. Don't get it twisted. But like I said, defensively, they look so shook and so banged up. You might got a shot to send Detroit home. I don't think we're sending Philadelphia or Minnesota home. I think you can send Detroit home. Because let's say Marshawn takes away Amon-Ra St. Brown. Mikey Sanders still gives Jameson Williams a hard time. They don't have Knuckles. So they got to run the ball with just Jahmyr Gibbs. He's not a 20 carry guy, I don't think. 25 carry guy. I don't think he is. We had no answer for Sam Porter. I love Frankie Louvu. We had no answer for Sam Porter. That's gonna be a problem. But that's it. That's the only guy we don't have an answer for. We have an answer for the run game, if we know what the heck we're doing. We have an answer for Amon-Ra, and we got an answer for Jameson Williams. We just don't have an answer for Sam Porter. That's it. And then defensively, I think they can be had.
Interesting. Jalen's dad says, "One, I got a joke for you. Luke McCaffrey is Dax Milne 2.0."
Go away.
Hey, Jalen's dad.
The hell away.
Jalen's dad does not believe. He does not believe in Luke McCaffrey whatsoever. He thinks Luke McCaffrey's just living off the McCaffrey name.
I think you saw lose a little faith in him too. You saw a Louis T video today. That was interesting what he said.
Yeah,
about the presser. He praised every wide receiver not named Luke McCaffrey.
He said that he said Chase Young's gonna drop his first album, Street. What did he say the other day? He said football, something like street rapper first, football second debut album coming out, something like that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Stupid.
Then he's the biggest Emmanuel Forbes fan ever. He said Emmanuel Forbes gonna go to the Pro Bowl. So Jalen's dad has some interesting takes. What's up, Big Simple? Joy King says.
He said Chase Young Street Ninja first, Sackmaster second. Oh my lord,
Sackmaster. I don't even know he's a Sackmaster. I ain't gonna lie.
He is mid pass rusher second. How about that?
Jay King says, "Does it really matter who they play for real? Imagine the first playoff touchdown though. We don't know how the fifth seed will react. Number five. Sorry, we know how number 5 will react, but that's the point. Let's get through these games we have now. Something is brewing. That's interesting, and that's true. Yeah, we got to focus on these 3 games coming up, but how can you not pay attention to the playoff picture as the season gets smaller? 88% chance right now to make the playoffs. So with that even being said, takes me into the point of let's bring up these playoff scenarios for this week. Because there is a way Washington can clinch a playoff berth this weekend. It starts by saying this. Shout out to obviously Jay Daniels MVP, the best page on Twitter. The go-to guy on Twitter for everything Commanders. Best page on Twitter. He says, he posts this: Washington Commanders playoff berth versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this is the most likely one. Obviously, from the first down, it gets more likely, or it's likely first, and it gets unlikely the further you get down the list. Washington wins plus Atlanta Falcons loss / loss or tie plus Seahawks loss or tie. So do you need both of those to happen, or you need either one? I think you need both.
I think you need both. It looks like.
Now
who the Seahawks play?
They play the Vikings, so they're gonna.
Oh, they losing.
With Sam Howell at quarterback, which
done. They're done. They're finito.
It pains me to say that because I love Sam Howell,
I
man.
love Sam, man.
When I seen him get in on Sunday, I was rooting so hard for him, man.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too,
just
man.
like,
Sam, my boy, man.
he
Sleepy
just looks
Sam.
so different, man. Like he doesn't have that same swagger that
That
he
same
had at first.
confidence.
Yeah, he just looks so different.
He got beat up, man. How we get sacked 1,000 freaking times?
The Falcons, as crazy as this sound with Michael
I
Penix making his
might pick the
debut.
Giants, gang. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I just know the Giants are running the play, so they're going to find a way to screw it up. But
I
if I'm
ain't
being,
gonna hold you, bro. I think they got one more win left in them.
this could be it.
This could be it. This is it.
This could be,
The
like,
Rams almost won the other night. They almost won. I don't know if they're trying to conjure up a play, but they almost won the other night. Why can't the Giants, take care of business?
with Kirk Cousins out now, I think the Giants have a legit chance to beat them. So Washington could clinch a playoff berth with a Falcons loss and a Seahawks loss, which again is not that likely because again, who the matchups of this. I wish those games weren't on at the same time. I wish that like one was on in the late window. Which that Seahawks game might be if they're at home. Now I think about it, because I ain't gonna lie, I already know how this is gonna be. It's gonna be down to one team. Like we're gonna win on Sunday. I firmly believe that. And I obviously think the Seahawks are gonna win, or excuse me, the Vikings are gonna win on Sunday. So it's literally gonna be that Giants and Falcons they rather pay attention to, and I don't know. All right, next you got Washington Commanders win plus Falcons loss plus Rams loss plus Jets loss. What the hell does the Jets have to do with this? But hey, we'll take it.
A loss of tie versus the New York Jets.
Oh, Virya versus the New York Jets. Okay, so really we just need we need Washington. Like, out of all these scenarios we read, let me know which one you think is more likely. Washington's win, Falcons lost. The Falcons they played. They're not gonna. I want to say they're gonna lose to the Giants, but I don't know. Then the Rams lost or tied to the Jets. I don't think the Jets are going to beat the Rams. However, they did come off their most impressive victory, I would say, or they at least scored one of
their
the
most
highest.
impressive game of the season. Yeah, they played that. That was the best
Yeah.
game they played all season long.
Washington Commanders tie plus Falcons loss plus Cardinals loss plus Seahawks loss plus Rams loss. You need all three of those teams to lose with the Washington victory. I don't see that happening. And then Washington's tie plus Falcons loss plus Cardinals loss plus Seahawks loss, or plus Seahawks tie plus Rams loss. Yeah,
the first one's the most likely.
Oh man, my whole tune.
I'm gonna pick the Giants. I don't care. I think the Vikings gonna mop the floor with the Seahawks. Now we gotta do is beat Philadelphia.
My whole tune is kind of changing now though, because I thought it was just Washington win versus Saints and Eagles and we're in, but we put ourselves in this predicament where we need help. I mean, but again, literally all you got to worry about F everything else. Like, of course, I want to see that X by our name, where it's like Washington clinched, etc. But just win. Like, just focus on us and just win. You winning,
we do that. We straight, bro. All that. Oh yeah, man. What about the Falcons game? Forget the Falcons, bro. Beat these fools in front of us, bro. They ops. Beat the ops, bro. You want to keep losing to these fools? I'm sick of losing to Philadelphia. Beat them. They swept us last year, and they already beat us this year. I'm tired of losing to them. I mean, last time we beat them was Monday Night Football in 2022. I'm sick of losing to them, bro.
Yeah.
Beat the Eagles, bro. Beat the Eagles, bro. That's all I care. Beat the Eagles, bro. That's it.
Facts. Jalen's dad says, for the record, I still think Forbes will have a good career. And look, I have no ill will towards Forbes.
I got nothing either, bro.
I hope he has a good career, but
garbage is garbage, and it's not going to change.
At this point, I don't necessarily see that happen. So what we talked about everything. Damn, 30 minutes, that flew by. We talked about the playoff scenarios. We think the first one is the most likely. We talked about Michael Penix starting for Atlanta, which I think now after talking to you about it benefits Washington because he's going to have one playoff victory. One game under his belt. And then the next week is going to be the biggest game of their season. And I I think that may be a little bit too much pressure for second year or second game. What is he, 24, 25? I know he's older.
24-year-old starter.
I think Atlanta's doing it all wrong, man. But hey, I mean, as I just looked up Michael Penix, Michael Vick came up. So shout out to Michael Vick today as he became the head coach of Norfolk State.
Yeah, shout to Vic, man. Shout to Charlotte.
Yeah, shout out to
That's
Michael
nice,
Vick. And hopefully he could start a great coaching career there. Kicking it off with his alma mater, I believe. Well, no, we went to V Tech, but I guess like hometown ish.
Yeah, home state.
0% love for the Eagles this week. Big fact. 0% for the love anytime. Eagles anytime. Hopefully we can take care of them.
Spank them.
I don't know how serious AJ Brown's ankle is. I don't know if it hinders him from playing. I highly doubt that. And I think
he gonna play gonna be a little hobbled though.
I think Saquon Barkley is done with the hip, right? I guess at the top of the show.
I think he'll be a little hobbled, but they're gonna play.
They're there to be had. They're due for a loss. With their 11-game win streak.
They haven't lost since week
4. God damn.
Yeah, might be week 3 versus the Bucks, bro.
Let me see. Yeah, they
ain't lost in a brick. I know that for sure.
They're due for one, bro. And how good would it be for the team that should have lost to early in the season? Yeah, they haven't lost since the Bucks, bro. Goodness gracious, they haven't lost since the last week of September, bro. Oh my god, yeah, they're definitely due for a loss, man. And we gotta be the team in their streak. They got 3 division games to close out the year. They gotta lose at least one. And that Dallas game, to me, I feel like Dallas would love nothing more than to contribute to that. But I highly doubt that with their quarterback situation.
They're on a 10-game ride, man. It has to end, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to hear no excuses from the Eagles fan. Yeah, man, F them Eagles, man.
They suck, man.
They should have lost to the fucking Panthers, man. Damn.
They should have lost to Carolina.
Should have lost to the Panthers if Devin Leggett. I mean, I said Devin Leggett.
Xavier Leggett, no, catch a football.
Leggett could catch. Bryce Young's been playing so good, man. Who else could you argue with? Yeah, who else could you argue they should have lost to? You could say that
should have lost to us if we kicked the freaking field goal.
Yeah, I mean, look, see, for me, I forgot how I felt about that in the moment.
So normally I'm cool with that decision in normal cases, but the game flow and the way the game was going, I didn't like it because this is defensive slobber knocker. Your defense is playing great. Trust your defense. I know they went up true with the touchdown, with the touch push, and all that foolishness, but they only had 12 points at that point. It's still a defensive game. You can field goal more. Trust your defense. And see what happens. If they score, cool. They go up 19-13. You have one last possession to go up 20-19, get a dub. Instead, you gave them the ball back with great field position, and Saquon just said, "Oh yeah, y'all want to win this game. That's no way."
Yeah.
And dog walked us and sent us to the shadow run. Dog walked us, right?
So, yeah, man. It's crazy. But hopefully we can be the team that finally ends their win streak and we punch our ticket closer to the playoffs, and hopefully the Falcons hold their thing against, or the Giants could do us a favor, which they probably won't, but hey, we can dream. So that being said, I just want to come up for about 30 minutes to chop it up with you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers before the season. Shout out to Cherish 202. Shout out to Cherish. Before the season started, I got us split in with the Eagles. This game might be that undefeated Steelers game that we won. Hey, I would love nothing more than that to be the case. I did have us splitting with the Eagles as well, but I had it flipped. I had us winning in the link and losing at home, but hopefully it's flipped around and we win at home and we punch our ticket closer to playoffs. That being said, again, though, as always, me and boy Juan Gotti, like, comment, subscribe, helps to the Washington Commanders. Want to roll to 8,000 subscribers. We greatly appreciate if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Shout out to my man Protect Sports for always holding it down, always coming on the channel, and we got something very, very special for y'all coming up soon, where y'all gonna see our face a lot more together, more than you already do. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to Protect. He's on the road to 4K. Give some last minute shout outs. Mickey, Cherish 202, Big Simple. Shout out to Big Simple. Make sure you subscribe to them. Number one football fan. J King, Stephen, Jalen's dad, Burnell, 70 Chip. And let's see who else is up in here. That looks about everyone. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Have a blessed one. Stay safe. Be easy. I'll see y'all later. I'm out. Peace.
Ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's